everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Two running backs will take the field today in hopes of leading their team to victory out on that field. It's Zeke Elliott's Cowboys. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Coming up, two quarterbacks who were both thrust into starting roles in 2016. It's Dak Prescott and the Cowboys taking on Carson Wentz and the Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. picked off Byron Jones. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2017 for Zeke Elliott, a mixed bag. Would he play, would he not play? Well, he missed the 6 games from weeks 10 to 15. He still finished, though, Charles, 10th in the league in rushing.
Just tells you about the talent that he has and how explosive he is and what he brings to the table. Look, he averaged 98 yards per game, 98.3 to be exact. A full 11 yards higher than number 2 Todd Gurley behind him. So I just said, if he plays a full season and he's averaging that type of yardage, I think Dallas's win numbers go up.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. And the D looking like they may blitz. A first down carry by Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
On 2nd down, Elliott finding room to the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. In motion right comes Beasley. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle. The throwing window's get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal. Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Eagles will take over here in just a second on offense. And Charles, as you look back to the Super Bowl title run that they just had, what were some of the moves that made that possible? I'll keep it on the offensive side of the ball because I thought their front office did a fantastic job of having answers in case things happen. Carson Wentz goes out. Well, they had signed Nick Foles to back. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working on smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
It's a pickup of 14 there. Here's Foles. And that leads to a Philadelphia first. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Here's Ajayi. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now Foles. His pass caught at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt taking it in. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He goes all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And some space. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 64 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Bailey now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Kenyon Barner. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers. Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's a nice move by Ajayi. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Eagles hustling to the line. Clock rolling. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught at about the 6. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, Why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll try to run with a J. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And they will line up now for the two-point try. They're going to look to throw. Throws left side. And he's got it. They convert for two, and that gets them even closer. Now a two-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he spins through. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third and long for Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It's taken to the 26. 51 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Space to maneuver at the 40. Ezekiel Elliott going take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
And Jeffrey's got it. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small...
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Third and goal now. The defense looking to hope. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. LeGarrette Blount with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are back within a score. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
They'll set up a throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a two-point conversion, and that makes this a one-point game now. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Able to spin free. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. In motion right comes Beasley. Elliott, toss right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Elliott a first down and more. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 35 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It's complete, left side to Aguilar. And he's brought down after a good game.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
On play action, they'll throw. Able to shake him up. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it.
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Flacco's Ravens going up against Dak Prescott's Cowboys.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. And he'll find a man. That's Macklin. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Flacco here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right at the 20. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. In motion here is Witten. They go to Elliott again. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense facing a 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Prescott finding his big receiver Bryant there for a Cowboy first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. They find some open field here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. In motion right comes Beasley. They'll try again with Elliott. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Ravens have got it.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now Flacco. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The return man, Chris Moore. It certainly was a disappointing end to the season for Baltimore as their offense comes back onto the field. But everyone remembers Cincinnati knocking them out of the playoffs on that Andy Dalton to Tyler Boyd play. They finished 9-7. The interesting thing was they had a plus 92 points differential, which was fourth best in the AFC.
So that tells me, and we saw it throughout the season, they were back to playing Baltimore Ravens defense. And that really helped their offense out in a big way. I think they still need help at the skill positions. They've got to upgrade at wide receiver. Alex Collins stepped in and played well at running back, but he needs some help as well. And, of course, Joe Flacco's going to have to continue to get better at his position. They've got to score more points and help out that defense, which played so well in 2017.
And he's got the veteran here. It's Mike Wallace. Flacco hooking up with Wallace for a Raven first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Operating off play action. Flacco. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And again, it's Flacco to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do snap it. Flacco now. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the Cowboys offense coming back out there, and after the excitement of that 13-3 year, the NFC East title 2016, they fell back to earth in 2017. They still finished 9-7, but not what you expected from them.
No, the scoring differential was a big telltale about the difference between 2016 and 2017. They were plus 115 a season ago. Just plus 22 this year. That means tighter games can go either way, and not enough of them went in Dallas's win column in this past season.
Elliott running right. Fighting through it. He's got space. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 39 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now a give to Collins. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Flacco, a veteran in these situations, hurrying his guys up. To pass, Flacco under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Flacco and the Ravens now, after the sack, need something good here on 3rd and long. First carry for the vet, Danny Woodhead. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Now, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. On the counter, here's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Second down following the run. And again, it's Collins. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Operating out of the gun. Flacco jumps it off to Woodhead. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On the counter, Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line Probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this.
Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features 2 quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Dak Prescott's Cowboys going up against Rivers' Chargers.
All right, Larry, it will be the home for NFL football until 2020 as you get a look inside the intimate StubHub Center here in Carson. I'll tell you, you wouldn't think 30,000 people could make this noise. That's half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but this is no normal crowd. They are ready to go as their Chargers get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This will be taken very short. First down, Rivers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Last year for Keenan Allen, by the way, 102 receptions in 2017. Chargers record, he actually passed a running back, LaDainian Tomlinson, who had that record.
Yeah, running back and a Hall of Famer. Third in the NFL in receiving yards with over 1,300, nearly 1,400 yards. Played only 9 games in the last 2 years, but here's why I really like it. Clutch on third down. Led the NFL in third down receptions.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Rivers now on second down. Going deep here for Allen. It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations, so he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Benjamin, the man in motion left. They just got that play off. Now Rivers looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The L.A. Chargers taking over on offense here in a second. They won 6 of their last 7 in 2017. You mentioned earlier just missing the playoffs. And, you know, who would have guessed that they would have had a rebound like that, because they started 0-4.
They really channeled, what, the 1992 Chargers franchise. They started 0-4 and ended up 12-4 and won their division. But they came close. What a valiant run. But they ran into our producer, Ben Ramsauer's Kansas City Chiefs, in Kansas City late in the season. That one loss out of those last 7, that's the one that kept them out of the playoffs.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He finds an opening past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. 20. Touchdown, LA. Melvin Gordon, 74 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Ezekiel Elliott. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. Right at the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
In motion right comes Beasley. On 2nd down, Elliott. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Rivers now to throw on first down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. In motion here is Witten. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the...
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On second down, Rivers again. Dancing to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And now it's third down.
Okay, let's decide here. He was open, right? Not extraordinarily open, but open enough that if you're an NFL quarterback,
yeah,
you've got to make that throw, right? Yeah. That's got to be complete.
9 times out of 10, that's a completed pass.
Yeah, he missed that one and missed it in a big way.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up fourth down. To punt it away on fourth down, here's Drew Kaiser. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. On fourth down, it's Drew Kaiser to kick for the Chargers. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Give to Elliott. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. First down now, but the clock continues to move. A first down carry by Elliott. Whoosh. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of there.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. And he'll bang that one through. No back out now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Here's Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Again, it's Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The offense behind the chains after the infraction. It's now 3rd down and 14. Throwing, Prescott. Letting one go deep for the... And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Trey Boston.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Final play of the half, Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This is Elliott. And some room to work. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
They'll run with Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Toss left to Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got room. Nifty move by Gordon. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. On play action, Rivers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Rivers. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On on 1st and 10. Rivers. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second down, Rivers looking deep downfield. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Williams, the man in motion left. On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he motions the wide receiver. So on 3rd and goal, Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
He's got a man complete. That goes for a gain of 31. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Melvin Ingram in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And in Incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Now a desperate. This is caught inside the 15. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We know it's tough enough to pick up 1st downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing Rivers. Caught left side, Williams. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Rivers now. Flushed out right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.